You know, Filipino families are well known for being close-knit. I haven't felt it in my family at all. I don't even know the birthdays of my brothers and sisters. I went to the same school where my older brothers went to. It's an exclusive Catholic school for boys in Meda College. I was never really concerned about my gender. It was only in fourth year high school, circumstances came in my life that forced me to define for the very first time what I am. I fell in love for the first time. You know, I consider myself as a 19th century romantic. He was 16 and I was 17 during that time. He was so different. He treated me with respect. Nauna akong pumasok sa bus. Tapos, nireserve ko yung seat sa tabi ko for him. Wala lang maupuan sa bus. So, doon siya umupo na sa tabi ko. So, ayan. Hindi nakaupo siya sa tabi ko. No? Tapos yung mga kaklase ko, tinutukso kami. Actually, tinutukso na kami before pa sa bus. Kasi nga, bigyan na siya naging sweet sa akin, ganyan. Tapos nandun ako sa bus, katabi niya. Then my head was on his shoulder and his hand on my hand. Bakla ka ba? Tinanong siya ganyan. Tapos sabi niya, hindi. Tapos sabi niya, bakit ka nakikipagrelasyon kay Mr. Sassot? For them, he's like a normal person. And then, nag-fall siya sa akin, who's supposed to be abnormal. So, kung nakipagrelasyon siya sa akin, mawawala siya dun sa, alam mo yun, comfort zone ng normality. So they were like trying to save him from me. When you were born, ano yung sinabi ng doktor nung pinanganak ka? Is it male or female? Now, yung dineclare ng doctor is your sex assignment. Yun din yung tinatawag na legal sex. After the sex assignment, you grow up. Then you develop an identity. Now, this identity is what you declare yourself to be. Now, if sex assignment is the sex that was declared by the doctor, gender identity is the sex that you feel yourself to be. Now, sometimes, those who have a male sex assignment develop a female gender identity, right? And those who have a female sex assignment develop a male gender identity. Transsexuals are people who are experiencing transsexualism. Now, it's a medical condition wherein a person develops a gender identity directly opposite to their sex assignment at birth. On May 24, 2008, the early hours of May 25, during the anniversary party of our organization, the Society of Transsexual Women of the Philippines, we decided to continue our celebration. Yung dalawang kagrupo namin, sabi, doon na tayo sa ice vodka. Kasi we've been there and it's okay. Pag akyat namin doon, I was leading the way. The bouncer stopped us. He said, "You're not allowed inside." I said, "Why?" "Because you're dressed inappropriately." I knew it. I said, "Okay. May I speak with your manager?" Went inside. Then I asked for the manager. Then they gave me Miss Bel Castro. Then she looked at my friends. "You know, ma'am, people like them aren't allowed inside every Friday and Saturday." I said, "Why?" And she said, "Ma'am, kasi agreement kasi yan ng mga bars and ng Greenbelt. Kasi maraming foreigners na nagko-complain kasi napepeke daw sila." And then she said, "Ma'am, actually we have a choice to implement the policy." And I was like, I was so angry that time. I lost my cool, and then my friends told me, "Ale, let's just go." I was like, "This is too much." Sabi nila, "Sass, okay lang yan." Talagang ganyan talaga sila. I said, "No, I cannot accept it. Parati na lang ganito, paulit-ulit na lang ganito, paulit-ulit na lang ganyan." I went back to iced vodka. And I said, why am I experiencing racism in my own country? I went home. It was already 5 a.m. I think. Nung nandito na ako sa bahay, sa utak ko, I was like thinking, nah, it's just a little incident, it's just a bar, one bar, it's just, you know, what's iced vodka, there are other bars, ganyan. Pero deep inside, I was like, no, I just needed to do something. So I started writing a letter. I just stand up through this open letter. I am standing for myself. I am standing for people like us. I went to this vodka bar. You know, I was just like this letter to be read by the manager. She read it, everything. Then she said, you know, actually, I had a sleepless night. And I was actually praying to God to give me this chance to meet you again. Because I know that what I did was wrong. You know, it melted my heart. Nag-sorry siya, tapos doon niya na sinabi sa akin na security briefing nga yun ng Ayala. Ng Greenbelt sa kanila. Pag-isa lang ako. Ako ng security office ng Ayala. I told them that, could you please just read this letter because everything's there. Then parang, actually, na-shock pa nga, lahat binabasa niya, na-shock pa nga siya doon sa binabasa niya. Sabi niya, okay na po ba kayo, ma'am? Okay na ba kayo na advice is vodka? Sabi ko, yeah. Actually, she apologized to me. And I accepted her apology. You know, I was crying in front of them. And then, you know, the people were coming in. Officers of Greenbelt were coming in. They were like listening to my story. I kept on repeating it over and over again. I told them that, you know, marami na nangyayari sa mga bars nyo, mga nangyayaring ganyan. And this bars, pag kino-confront sila, tinuturo kayo. Tapos kayo naman, alam mo yun, nagtuturuan. So I think it's time na klaruhin natin ang mga bagay-bagay. It's very hard to live as a second-class citizen. And I didn't really expect that they're gonna do something about it. I just want them to feel what I was feeling. Kinabukasan, may tumawag sa akin from Ayala. I have nothing bad to say about people in Ayala who handled my case. They were so civil. Ano yun, para akong nasa isang environment. Parang, you're actually listening to me and you're actually doing something about it. Ni-reiterate sa akin, Ayala malls do not have any directive to ban, ang paggamit pa nga niya, transvestites in their premises. Their policy was about making Greenbelt crime-free, you know, petty crimes, prostitution, those stuff. Ngayon sabi ko, I do understand that. But you must understand that being a transgender doesn't automatically mean that you are a prostitute. You know, the list of my concern during that time was that I am a transsexual woman. No, it wasn't my concern at all. My concern was I am a human being. And I just wanted to be treated just like any other human being in that room wanted to be treated.
Sometimes, if you listen hard enough, you'll hear the voices of those who will not go gently into the good night. These are the people who will rage against the dying of the light.